Relax, okay? We cannot be starting the podcast off with all this bad energy.
Well,
I like
this is the energy we have.
Wow. There's a little bit of tension in this kitchen.
Hey guys, so we've been gone for a while, right?
We live together now.
Things have gotten bad.
Yeah.
Things have gotten bad. Hey, what's up, everyone? We are back, mother. I'm Jeremy Van Suarez.
I'm Jacob Wade.
And I'm Logan Riley Brunner.
And this is podcast
61.
What?
One.
We
One.
61.
60.
We did 60, we took a break, and now we're back with 61.
Woo!
61.
Yeah, my goodness. So much has happened since we took our hiatus.
As you can see,
took our hiatus.
we are in a new location.
Yeah.
This is our casa now.
Check out
no
our
longer.
Wait. Are we already moving into...
Housekeeping.
Yeah.
We just flew right into it. It was just
I like
a dive.
That was very good use of the soundboard, Logan.
Thank you, Jacob.
You're very welcome.
Wow.
I love this soundboard, but yeah, we're housekeeping it up.
We're housekeeping.
We are keeping house.
Yeah.
Officially. And it feels great.
Yeah.
It's been 2 months.
Jeez.
Today makes 2 months. Exactly.
Wow.
Number 2
All
in
right.
the bag.
Until we all moved in.
We all?
Well, somebody didn't move in.
So much has happened.
So much has happened.
Yeah. So much has happened. Should we address the elephant in the room?
I don't know that our audience knows that it's an elephant.
I mean,
No.
some...
Do it.
Yeah, some loyal fans might, but...
Yeah.
For all yous who don't knows, this summer has been a rough one for me. I started it off real great. Went to camp. I was doing my thing. You know, going on auditions, getting some callbacks.
I'm so excited.
I was so excited. You know, at the time, everything was coming up Jacob.
At the time.
At the time.
Right.
Right. But what happened was...
I think the day that this particular thing happened, we looked at each other and we said, man, everything's coming up Jacob. And the universe said...
You're not just wrong, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We were having a good day that day. And
It's a great day.
so what had happened was I got a call back for a really great role, one of my dream roles.
Yep.
And I went to the callback.
As you do.
As you do. I was having fun. I felt so good about it. I was sweating. I was like, the energy was there. All the good energy.
Mm-hmm.
Until...
Someone said...
I'll get you, and I'll look like a bloody accident.
Yeah, I don't know, that one guy that said good luck today, Jacob, instead of break a leg.
Ooh.
Just the universe said,
I'll get you, and I'll look like a bloody accident.
Again.
Yeah, again, once again.
Twice.
So, there came a portion of the callback where we had to get physical, and I was trying to put my all into it and really just impress these casting directors, as one does in a callback. Like,
Right.
that's literally the purpose of that
Yeah, you're in
time.
a high intensity situation where you're asked to kind of give the best that you can give.
Yes. And so, yeah, well, I did. And I was put in a position where there was just a little too much momentum and opposite force in the air. And so I got injured. My ACL tore, my meniscus tore on my leg, sent me flying into the air, landed onto my arm, which dislocated on spot. And when my joint dislocated, there were some bone fragments that chipped away.
Yeah.
And I was, put on a stretcher shortly after. It took like half an hour for EMT to get there. Everyone was being lovely. Got on a stretcher, got taken to the hospital. They tried to reset my arm there after a bunch of x-rays. It did not work.
Damn, son.
Yeah, it was a really painful week waiting for that surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I got surgery on my elbow.
First
First one, yeah. So I got one surgery on my elbow, and I've been recovering from that since late July. It's been
This
2
happened
months.
the day before we were supposed to move in, right?
Yeah, the accident. So yeah,
The
Wow.
bloody accident.
Well,
There was
no blood.
which is good.
Yeah.
You
It was
know.
good. Bloody accident, but yeah, no. I was in a lot of pain for like 2 weeks, and then I've been like, it's been getting less and less painful ever since then.
Yeah.
And
Honestly, you're recovering at about the pace that I expected you to. And I
Yeah.
know that doctors said it was going to be longer, but I kind of always had this idea that, like, one, you're just, like, a really tough, strong dude, so, like, I knew you were going to be okay. But then also just the feeling of, like, they were probably giving you an extended timeline so that you were never like, this is taking so long.
yeah,
More like, oh,
yeah,
I'm healing quick!
Yeah, I mean, they're not trying to
Undercut.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Might as well. But yeah, so I've got great doctors
Yeah.
over at NYU.
They've been taking really good care of you.
For sure. And a great physical therapist. I've got some braces over there that I don't need to wear right now, but
Because we're sitting.
because we're sitting, we're home, we're chilling.
Yep.
But in unpredictable environments, gotta put it on and
When we're
be
filming.
safe. Yeah. So I gotta keep everything aligned and just stay strong until my next surgery for the knee.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yeah, that's later this month.
Yeah.
And then it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So
And then eventually you'll be good as new.
Yeah.
Eventually. Yay!
That's actually what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's my
The
update.
Jacob injury report.
Jacob abridged.
Yeah, abridged. Yeah, there's more details. You can hit me up for the gruesome bits.
If you feel like it.
Yeah, if I feel like it.
Should I say what I've been up to?
Please do.
Sure, yeah.
Gosh, I mean, I worked at a summer camp that was inspired by Percy Jackson. I got to serve as the quest director, so I would have meetings with the actors, or friends, as we would call them in front of the kids, and we would develop and
Divulge?
No.
LARPing.
No. What's that stupid form of theater that starts
Devise.
with Devise. There we go.
That's
We would
stupid.
devise.
I love that you said stupid form of theater and I thought devise.
Oh,
I
devise.
don't actually think devising is a
No.
stupid form of theater.
I like devising. I also hate it. If you know devising, you feel the same way.
That is,
Yeah.
well, there are certain people who love devising, but I am also in the camp of loving.
I love
devising
it.
and
I hate it.
devising.
It's a fun time. What the hell? Anyways,
What are we doing?
Yeah, we would devise works around gods from different pantheons, not just Greek pantheon. And we would send these kids out on quests, and they would have foam swords and a minor god complex, and
A demigod comp.
a demigod complex, if
If you will.
It was a lot of fun. It was something I've never done before. I've never directed improvised interactive theater before.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a new experience. But I met so many great people along the way. Shout out to the counselors if you're watching this. Y'all were great. You kept me sane. Thank you for being just as weird as I was. Maybe too weird.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Yeah, orange juice, glass clink. Gosh, and I mean what else? That's really, and then I went back to my job on Broadway.
Yeah, and you're working on some new stuff.
Yeah, I'm working on some new stuff. I'm working on some new music.
I am so
Yeah.
excited
I-
for your new music.
I had a concept going forward for a whole album, and then inspiration randomly struck me. So now there's plans for
It's a
an
new
EP.
album.
It's an EP, or maybe it's a tiny album. I don't know. 6 or 7 tracks. I don't know.
That's a little
That's a
album
little
there.
album.
It's a little, yeah, it is a little album. There's plans for another thing coming out first before I go into my my toxic phase.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, all right.
And then a different
You're in
thing that we've been
pre-production.
working on for a while.
Yeah.
That'll come sooner or maybe later, depending on when we release them. It's
I feel like
We've been working on for long.
I feel like the order would be like the the new album I'm working on, this web series that we've been talking about for so long, because I'm also going to do the music for that. I'm very excited to. And then probably whatever is the next project.
I'm also talking music videos.
Oh yeah, we have music videos planned. I mean, that's going to come out first.
Okay.
Because I'll be able to get that together quick.
Great.
You know,
love that.
I have it so clear. You ever
I'm finding
an idea?
out on the podcast what the order of our own releases are.
I mean,
gonna
it's like
be.
you ever have an idea and it's so vivid in your mind that you're like, once it's put into action, you know exactly how it's gonna be done.
That was me for Lucy.
That's you for Lucy, and that's how I feel about this video, this upcoming music video for an old song. It's an oldie but a goodie. Just to get that era, out of my system and usher us to a new era of neon burgundy.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be great.
Nothing's been going on with Logan. He hasn't been in
Please let
anything
the man
at
speak for
all,
himself.
He spent his entire summer locked inside, not getting any attention, and that's really right, Logan.
Yeah, totally. Nothing interesting has happened. Or some interesting things have happened.
Pretty strange things have happened, actually.
I mean, that was happening when we finished the podcast.
Was it already out by that point?
It had already been released.
No.
The whole thing had been released by that point.
No.
Or at least part 1 was out.
No.
Yeah.
We announced that you were going to be in it because you were published, but we took a break.
Dude, the last time we had a podcast, Multiverse of Madness had just come out.
What did Multiverse of Madness?
It was before the Multiverse of Madness spoiler cast.
Yeah.
Which
you've never seen
moved.
and probably will never see.
It wasn't a great
It was a
podcast.
complain-a-thon, really.
Yeah.
That's something else that happened. We complained about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
While saying
For longer,
we didn't hate the movie.
For longer than the actual runtime in the movie. I'm not particularly proud of it, but you know what? It was a great conversation to have.
Yeah,
we had
some
fun.
cool guests.
Yeah.
Too bad you will probably never see that episode.
I'm pretty sure this all happened before
4 months ago. Fuck.
Yeah, family.
Wow. Okay. Hi guys.
Oh, as I said, nothing happened to Logan.
No, nothing happened to me.
Except.
So there was this little TV show. It's called Stranger Things. It released after the last podcast that we did, but we had talked about the fact that I was on it. I was on it. My life got very interesting. It's weird to go from having 1,800 followers to having 37,000 in a month.
Logan, I feel very honored to be able to have this podcast with you because now it's like...
Now we can talk about it.
Now we can talk about it.
That's true.
So, are you still only charging $30 for a cameo? Because you're worth so much more.
That's what I've said since the beginning.
This
You're
is
worth so much more.
This is the level that Logan is at right now, where we're like, dude, you're not charging enough for your cameos.
Okay, I'm on Cameo.
Bump it up to 50.
Bump it up to 50, bro.
You're worth $50.
Bump it up to 60. Every cameo is worth one brand new video game.
Well, technically no, because half of the money from every cameo that people get goes to the Black Emotional Mental Health Collective. Because Beam is an amazing organization, and I felt super uncomfortable doing cameos. I was like, this is weird. I don't like asking people for money. But then Cameo contacted me like 7 or 8 times and was like, you can give the money to charity.
They would not stop calling in. They were so
Cameo was
needy.
just blowing up my phone.
Like
blowing up my
desperate
phone. No, they were super nice. They were right. There were people that were interested in getting videos from me, and I've been getting some requests. I have to do one later today.
Cool.
Have to do one. No,
you've got great fans.
Yeah, it's
too.
awesome. It's awesome to get to be a part of people's like birthdays. And
I do follow one Logan Brunner Stan account.
Oh, do you?
there are
just
Stan
one of
accounts
them.
now. Oh my gosh,
Just one of them.
There weren't Stan accounts when I was. If you guys have ever watched Armies and Orientations, which is a very
lot of people have,
old
which is
vlog.
so crazy. That's the one
that is
blew
now
up.
like we have like 3 videos that are over 1,000 views, right? One of them is a video that I edited a really long time ago that we put on the Black Wolf's channel because the person that I was editing it for had nowhere to put it, and I edited it, so I wanted it on the Black Wolf's channel. The second is Lucy, and the third is Armies and Orientation.
Such a
because
weird vlog.
There's 10 seconds in the middle
Of Logan with eyeliner.
where I have eyeliner and a suit
Oh.
on.
Yeah.
And people keep watching those 11
Hey,
seconds.
hi, hello, what's up?
Oh
With
my
the little
god,
glitter
please.
effect going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of edits. Truly, I remember talking to Jacob when we were talking about the show coming out,
Yeah.
and saying like, yeah, we might see like a fan edit or two. Like we got
a fan edit or two.
No,
Or
but I mean
100.
100. The fact that like, no, I didn't get like 1 million followers on Instagram, but like, I definitely remember thinking, I'll get like one Fred fan. Like there will be one person who will be like, I'm gonna make Fred fan cams. And
no, but
they
you've got a
were
good-
everywhere.
Stranger
I wanna
Things
ruin
is
your
the
friendship.
biggest
We could be
show
lovers
in the world.
I know.
Like, once Game of Thrones killed itself, it was Stranger Things.
That's true.
And it hasn't changed since.
Yeah.
So that show came out. I'm on Cameo. I have a bunch of new followers. It's been a very, very bizarre but exciting experience. I think to experience something that you've always dreamed about happening at the same time that your entire life is kind of shifting in a really personal way
Yeah.
was just like, I remember telling you guys for the entire first month that it felt like a fever dream. That like, that entire first month. So the show released May 27th, the first part.
One.
Yeah.
And then part 2 released at the end of June, start of July. And then we moved in the middle of July. So my entire life changed once. I started to get used to it, and then my entire life changed a second time. And then I turned 25. And so it was like my entire life shifted.
Being
in a third
25
way.
just feels different,
It
doesn't
does. It really does. There is a feeling of like...
Don't look at me like it's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. Just turn
Not
25.
my fault. I was conceived in February.
Your parents should have slept together earlier.
Yeah. Why wait until Valentine's Day?
Tell them that.
So it's been an interesting time. I've continued working. I'm directing, which has been a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I'm still working on the interviews. I'm acting in a bunch of things that I can't talk about.
Classic Logan.
Yep,
Full of secrets, this one.
full of secrets. This one.
Put that on his tombstone. I'm in a bunch of things I can't talk about yet.
Oh gosh. No, but it's super exciting. I'm really. The past couple months have made me very intrigued and excited about what the next 6 to 12 months hold. And I think that starting the podcast up now is going to be a very unique time capsule for this particular
Yeah.
period of our lives.
That's what you are.
As you can tell, I'm trying to be very careful about what words I'm picking. So, maybe in like a year, come back and watch this podcast and see if you can figure out what I was talking about. But yeah, it's been really cool. I'm also trying to not like freak the fuck out about it again, because it's truly in the greatest way possible. It's so overwhelming.
Yeah, cool things are happening.
So many cool things are happening, and there's part of me like can't handle it, but part of me is like, this is amazing, and it's everything I've ever dreamed of, and yeah, and I have the greatest fucking friends in the world to be a part of it.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh yeah, why don't we have one of those?
Because we're not really sentimental on the podcast.
No,
We tend
guess
to-
we're not.
We tend to like
Get a little.
Damn, son.
Why always both of them?
I've got fat fingers, okay?
aim.
All right. Well, now what? It's
Um,
been 4 months.
What do you mean now? What? It's over. Go. Huh?
Go
No.
home.
It's been 4 months. What? So many things
things
have
have
happened in the entertainment sphere in the last 4 months.
yeah.
I mean, the first thing.
Sounded like Charlie Day for a second there.
Yeah, you do that a lot.
I know.
Hey, Fred fans, can you edit every time Logan talks like this? Can you
Anytime
do
he
that?
goes,
Yeah, you know.
See if you could just make an entire like episode of just my high moments.
should. Anyway,
You know, defense mechanisms, they're fun.
doing all right there, pal?
You know.
But seriously, yeah. What's going on?
Lots has happened in the world of entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't think
we're not a
necessarily
news
have to
show. We don't
recap
have.
it.
to,
We're going into this blind. We're going off our memory, which is kind of shit.
The
to be
F1
honest.
season has re-begun. We've excitedly been watching that.
Yeah.
Totally.
We still need to watch Drive to Survive or not.
Yeah, we're not
Way
really watching
behind.
that. We're way behind.
Ferrari started off great, and now it's back to Max.
Yeah,
It's
I
back
mean,
to
it's
Max.
always-
Super Max.
It's always Superman.
He's a great driver. I just
He's on a great team
don't want him to be the winner.
anymore.
I liked him.
Ever.
I was rooting for him.
He was a
You
fun
were.
underdog.
I was.
And I wasn't.
I'm rooting for Charles this
Yeah,
season.
me too. Because he was doing so good at the beginning, and then
Yeah. It's been tough.
It's gonna be a really interesting.
rest of the
Season.
season.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I don't know. The first thing that comes to mind on like things that have happened over the last few months is just like Marvel. Like, and I know we talk about Marvel
We
a
do
lot,
talk a lot about Marvel.
but I think since
Oh my gosh.
I don't think Moon Knight finished when we did the last podcast. So there was Moon Knight. There was Miss Marvel. There's She-Hulk now. There was a new Thor movie. There was the announcement of phases 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Like, there is so much. Secret Wars is happening.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts is happening.
And
Fantastic Four is gonna happen.
Ironheart.
Oh, I was
So
gonna
much.
say something, but I might have spoiled one of the shows.
there's some cool stuff happening. It's exciting. But I will say, I think that perhaps we should save our massive Marvel dive
Yeah.
for when She-Hulk is done
Yeah.
and when our fourth roommate, our resident Marvel fanatic,
Yeah. Let's do
True,
that.
true.
Let's do that.
Mr. Michael Jorge,
True.
Shout out, Mike.
can be here.
True.
Yeah, we
But-
also have a fourth roommate. That's another thing that has happened.
Yeah.
3 have become 4.
Get ready for a bunch.
I mean,
of Mike.
we weren't roommates before when we were doing the podcast.
That is true.
all
We were all at my
living in
Yeah.
separate places.
But now we're roommates again.
And they were roommates.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
happy
they were
we're
roommates. Yeah, I'm trying to think of more things that have to do with us and less that have to do with like, just like the general
the
entertainment
world,
sphere.
yeah.
Yeah, because like I feel like people come to the Packcast not to hear our like to hear our thoughts about content, but to hear like what's going on with
with us.
us and like our lives, who we
There's-
are.
There's a lot. I mean, I was gonna just tell a quick anecdote about Morbius.
Go ahead.
You
please.
saw Morbius.
I saw Morbius, and I went into it.
There we go.
Jacob,
Yeah.
how was Morbius?
It was. Yeah. Well, listen. Hold on. I went into it thinking that it would be terrible because no one wanted to see it with me.
I specifically said. I said that if I got totally swiftied and blasted on weed with you,
Yeah.
that I would watch this movie with you.
Right.
So, where was my invite?
Listen. I think there were a bunch of times when I was like, "Hey, let's go to the movies. You want to see Morbius? Hey."
Yeah, but who was always the one that said no outright?
I don't know.
You looked at him.
I don't.
No,
recall
Logan didn't actually say
saying
outright
no to Morbius.
No, Logan was like stringing me along, like he wanted to, but
Okay,
he
I
really
think
didn't.
we should get really high one night and watch Morbius and Cats back to back.
No. Cats is not happening. No.
I'd watch Morbius still.
And that's where I
here's
was
my-
at the other night.
Here's my thing. With Morbius, I need an invite. I need someone else to go, "Hey Logan, hey bud, you want to come over tonight and watch Morbius?" And I go,
I don't remember getting that phone call.
All right, listen.
"There's another moment for you."
So
another moment.
there's a couple things I want to address. First of all, I think I was talking to Natalia, or she posted something about this, but she was like, some people invite people places, and other people wait to get invited places.
Mhm.
And you're either an inviter or someone who gets invited, right?
I feel like everyone should be both.
Everyone should be both. Everyone should be
This
both.
is
But no one
this
should
is-
invite themselves.
That
is
is
the
That's
problem.
right. That's right. So you gotta have an idea and be like, I want to go through with this.
Because I know Jacob. Jacob's an inviter.
Jacob's an invited. Jacob will consistently go, "I want to do this thing," and then take a step back and wait for someone else to go, let's do it on the 16th at 7. And Jacob will go, that sounds awesome.
That's right. That's right.
Or
That's me.
or the smaller version of this is maybe we should take the C train instead of the 1. You want to take the C, Jacob? No, I'm just saying, like, maybe
Oh, no.
we could take the C train instead of the 1. Let's take the C.
It's just a suggestion.
It's just a suggestion.
I just-
Let's take the C. Oh, great idea.
Yeah. That is me, isn't it? There was another thing that is so me that I wanted to
Bring up.
bring up. But before I do that, let me talk about
Morbius.
Morbius.
Yeah.
So I was watching Morbius with my gal Mal. And
Galamel.
with my gal Mal, and we were
That's the only way we can address her on the podcast from now on.
Mal.
You Galamel.
So we're in bed watching Morbius, and she's not really into it. I'm like, "You want to watch Morbius?" She's like, "Yeah, fine." So I put on Morbius, and I'm like commenting on everything that happens, and she's on her phone, and she's like, "Yeah, what are we watching again?" And I was like, "Morbius. We're watching Morbius." And then someone says on the screen, "Dr. Michael Morbius." She's like, "Oh, Michael Morbius makes sense." I'm like, "Yeah, Michael Morbius, Peter Parker, like, you know how they do the double, you know, alliteration."
Yeah.
So
Nice.
we're halfway through the movie. She goes, "What movie is this again? What's his name?" Mike. They say Michael in the movie. And she's like, "What's his name again? Michael Melandro." And I'm like, "Babe, you really think we're watching Melandro right now?" We're not. Spoiler alert.
Where is it?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
You're not just wrong, you're stupid.
There we go.
Sorry, Mo.
Sorry, Amal. But yeah, we're. That was we're. Yeah. It's not
Melandro.
It's not Melandro. It's Morbius.
Morbius.
And I had a great time. I was having fun, actively picking apart the things that I liked and didn't like about it. At the end of the day.
That's another day dawning.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it was pretty good.
I'm
Not
not gonna
pretty
be
good.
an
It
orphan.
was
I'm gonna get adopted. Bye, Richmond. No, come on.
What are you doing?
Where'd you go?
Where are you taking
It's the
this?
same accent. You know that
Oh, it's the
meme
same
where
accent.
it's like, you know that meme where it's like,
Go on.
where it's like musical theater songs, and it's like how people transition from speaking to being a musical
You're
theater
talking
song.
about a TikTok.
Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
we're talking about Les Miserables, bro.
I know, but it's the same like Gavroche accent.
Yeah,
That's
At the
why-
end of the day.
That
Yeah.
guy. You know the guy.
How do you do? My name's
Gavroche.
Yeah.
These are my people, these my sheep.
Yeah, so,
Anyway,
anyway.
are you done talking about, or please continue talking about
At the end of the day,
You liked Melandra.
I didn't.
You did?
I didn't like Melandra.
I'm
I
surprised.
wanted to like it, but I didn't. It's just,
Not for you.
it's just not for me.
Is it for anyone?
They tried.
Do you
takes a
think
lot to
Another
do
thing
it.
that I watched 2 movies, the Percy Jackson movies with Logan Lerman
Oh.
and Alexandra Daddario.
Right, movies.
And there's 2.
Yeah.
Lightning Thief and Sea of Monsters.
That's right. The Lightning Thief I actually liked. It's directed by Chris Columbus, who directed the first 2 Harry Potter movies. And it feels very Harry Potter, and I didn't mind. Second movie lost me. The way they do the Cyclops animation, so dumb. There's no sound design throughout the whole movie, pretty much, and it's like they trip on some like trippy things, and there's like no echo in the voice. It's just like pretty bad sound design and visual effects and plot. It was convoluted as all hell.
You know, Rick Riordan has come out and been like, I hate those movies.
Both of them.
Mhm.
Well, the new Percy Jackson and the
Looks
Olympians
fantastic.
series.
On Disney Plus.
Well, we've only seen a teaser so far.
But it's still, I think it
I think
sets
it's
up the
gonna be-
world better than, like, those cabins look better already, the armor looks better already, the, like...
yeah, that's true.
And for me, just as someone who was a really big Percy Jackson fan when I was a kid, that was, like, my book. Like, I loved that series like you loved Harry Potter.
Yeah.
To finally see an actual Percy, like...
Logan Lerman didn't do a bad job.
He didn't. The
In the
problem was that we were in that Twilight era where
Yeah.
everything had to be a love triangle.
Oh my god.
And so they made it Percy, Luke, and Annabeth.
Yeah.
When in reality, like, Luke is supposed to be 16 and Annabeth is supposed to be 14.
Yeah.
Percy's supposed to be 12.
Yeah.
So they're like supposed to be. There's not supposed to be a love.
There's supposed to be like
anything.
a rivalry, but not.
Not because they're like vying for her hand.
Yeah.
It's like they're friends,
They're
and Percy
children.
likes her,
Yeah.
but like he doesn't like
Luke's such an asshole.
know that he likes her like
The
that
movies are
yet.
general.
And then we get to like book 5, and
There's 5 books.
There's so many
I
books.
thought there were 3.
no, it's the first series. Percy Jackson and the Olympians is Lightning Thief, Sea of Monsters, Titan's Curse, Battle at the Labyrinth, and Last Battle. No,
The Last Olympian.
Last Olympian is 5.
You think they're gonna cover that in like season?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, each season's gonna be one book.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
And then they might go into the
Trials of Apollo.
Trials of Apollo, which is
Things I learned at
Extended.
summer camp.
they flip from Greek to Roman. Percy's story continues, but there's another
Why would you flip?
because he does it. It's really cool. It's actually cool the way he does it. It's
Is
not like
is Trials of Apollo the one that brings in Nico?
no, Nico is brought in the original series, but gets expanded in Trials of Apollo.
Okay.
And
then there's also like he like goes from like pantheon to pantheon. Not
Trials
Percy,
of Apollo.
like,
Trials
Rick.
of Apollo is the only one that connects to Percy Jackson and the Olympians. It's like the gods exist in the same world, in like different forms.
Oh.
But the other series, the Egyptian and the Norse, are both their own series, and that's Red Pyramid, and I forget what the Norse one is called. But they're all really good.
Yeah,
He's a
sounds
great
good.
writer. And I'm really excited for this new Disney Plus series. The kid from Adam Project, whose name I'm totally blanking on, is playing Percy, and
Yeah.
Chester Warwick.
he's I think he's
Is he
gonna
really?
be no.
Okay.
It starts with an H. I believe.
Gotta stop doing that.
Like you don't also do that.
Bed sheet drawers.
Listen, that is in a game setting.
Oh please.
We're playing.
So am I. I can play on the podcast.
And
No, we're working.
and thought and then transition. I would love to see.
Don't call me that.
Nice. I'd love to see Logan Lerman play Poseidon in this new series.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think that'd be a nice little callback.
No.
Bit young.
Says who?
Me.
Did you see Logan? He can rock a beard.
As we saw him do in a movie that we all enjoyed.
Bullet Train, baby!
Bullet Train,
Boom, boom,
baby!
It was really good.
A fantastic movie.
Really
Yeah.
good movie. Fantastic cast. You were great in it. You were great.
Muchas gracias, muchas gracias.
Yeah.
Sinceramente.
Yeah, Bad Bunny was in Bullet Train, aka me, aka Bad Bunny. Oh, thank you, my professional stylist over here. Yeah, I think we were like 5 minutes in, and I leaned over to Jacob, just being like, I am already loving the way that this is shot and edited together.
Yeah.
The pacing of the story is like just as frenetic as like the actual like pacing of the editing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like we move.
Yeah.
It is
Bullet
like
Train's a movie.
it is like visually stimulating to watch, and like I love just like the opening scene just because it's like there's so much information being given to you without a single word being said.
It's very comic booky. It reminds me a lot of times of like, oh, by the way, I've got to tell you about this thing that happened.
Yeah.
And we see
Back
the
to the
panels
action.
and,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we see the panels and like
Really
the
cool.
titles and stuff. Everyone gets like a little title card. It's
I
very
love it,
cool
yeah.
and epic.
I love Bullet Train, and I think it's synonymous of a trend that I'm seeing in every movie that I like, which is I think all the movies that I'm really liking now are movies that have a very distinct style, voice, look, and know what it is and what they're trying to do.
Everything Everywhere All at
Everything
Once.
Everywhere All at Once,
Bullet Train.
Sex Appeal, Bullet Train. Like, they're all movies that do something interesting with the way that they show the world. Miss Marvel. And
Very, very unique perspectives.
yes, and not just like, okay, we're gonna put the camera here, and then we're gonna record the two people on the greens. Like, I'm tired of
Really
green
interesting
screen.
shots.
I think.
Yeah.
And like Bullet Train may have had green screen.
It definitely
and
did, but at
it's-
least the train was like a set that they could
yes,
be in,
and it
you
was
know?
an interesting like.
And it was designed beautifully too. Like
the lights,
bright.
the color,
Yes.
all of it had its own unique flair, and so
It wasn't like Doctor Strange.
I felt like I was seeing something original. I felt like I was seeing something that I hadn't seen before, and that was gonna tell me something new that I hadn't heard already. And so I'm really getting into movies like that.
Yeah, go see Bullet Train. It really
Yes.
like everyone on the cast deserves a shout out, but especially Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Terry Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Lemon and Tangerine. My faves.
I mean, they've been really great actors for so long.
I
So
know.
it's really great to
They
see
had
them
such
get to have
great
that.
chemistry with
yeah,
each other.
so
you know?
good.
Yeah.
And they're apparently like them and Brad Pitt are now like
Tight.
good friends.
I
in real
love that
life.
for
Awesome.
them.
That's awesome. Because Brad Pitt, he was badass.
He was really great.
Some of them.
Joey King,
Joey
so
King was
good.
great,
Love
yeah.
to see her outside of a rom com.
Hell yeah.
I'm liking this new like action
Tatum.
thing.
Channing
she's
Tatum
doing.
in a surprise role.
Yeah.
Not
That's
action
so
at all. Like,
funny.
it's so good.
And
And
yeah,
then there's another cameo that we really liked, but I don't want to spoil it because I think it's a really fun cameo
Right.
when it happens.
He lost.
The other agent.
Fucking hell.
Carver. Yeah, Bad Bunny was great. That was my one complaint. I kind of wanted more.
More
of
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny.
I wanted more of Zazie Bates,
Zazie Bates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
bitch.
It's a reference to the movie.
It's a reference. It's a reference.
All right. You know what? I think you're more of a Diesel.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I am not a Diesel.
No.
I am not
I'm
a
kidding. I
Diesel.
couldn't
Logan is a Thomas. Or
Don't assign him the main character. He already has main character syndrome.
fucking hell.
If anything, Jeremy's a Diesel.
Oh.
I don't know.
Whoa.
You know what's funny? I used to be really into Thomas the Tank Engine when I was younger, and like I don't remember anyone's name
I'm an
besides
Edward.
Thomas.
You know.
And I only know Diesel because we saw Bullet Train.
Yeah,
Maybe he's a Percy.
it's possible.
I like to think I'm an Edward.
Ooh.
I don't
Interesting.
remember anyone.
Speaking of things that have style and flair that we're really enjoying, Jeremy and I have been continuing our journey into Sandman.
Oh,
How's that going?
I didn't know if this
You didn't
was,
know what train
I
was.
thought we were going to talk about Inscription, and I was like, I'm
Yeah,
already
there's actually a
done
lot
with
of
it.
things.
I know. Yes, Logan and I did start Sandman. We watched
Halfway
the
through?
first. There's only 6 episodes in total.
No, there's 8. There's 8.
Shit.
So we're almost
This-
halfway through. Or are there 10?
Yeah, I think-
The 2 bonus episodes make it 10.
Yeah.
We're almost halfway
We're
through.
3 episodes in. Let's just
Okay.
simply say
3
it.
episodes in. We're 3 episodes in.
And it's really good so far.
Yeah.
That's another example of a show that like
Style and flair.
knows what it's going for, is achieving it, and is like, it's like, again, like with everything everywhere all at once, with Bullet Train, with Sandman, I like that I can be like, it feels good to be surprised by cinematography again. I feel like I haven't had that in a while, where it's like I don't need the story to do like a crazy twist, because the camera work is so incredible that
already-
like something's happening and I'm like, I was like, oh, the story that shot just told.
Yeah.
You know?
I think also what all those things have in common is they don't feel the need to hold your hand and be like,
Yes.
here's how the story starts. Like, all of them, kind of spoiler for Bullet Train, but not really. I mean, if you've seen the trailer when he's walking down the street and he goes, you're getting a fresh new me, like, that's pretty much the first scene.
Yeah, we don't need like previously on Ladybug's life. Like, we don't need like flashbacks. We don't like, we're here
Go.
and now, and it's happening. And this is the story that matters.
Just like everything everywhere, it's just like, okay, and this is where we're at. The camera tells you what is happening in the world because we see it, and we see how the characters are acting,
Yeah.
and go.
God, what a good movie.
I want to see it again.
Yeah.
I have it on 4K Blu-ray, and Mike still hasn't seen it.
That's true.
Oh, fuck me!
Yeah.
The things that we gotta show Mike, you know?
The end is
We gotta-
twisted.
We gotta write a whole list.
Yeah,
Just for Mike.
we have lists for each
We
other.
have
Things for the 3 of us to show Mike.
Yeah,
Jeremy doesn't have a list right now.
not yet.
Good, we can keep it.
No.
Yeah,
we
well,
don't
you've
list.
seen a good deal of stuff.
You've seen some
I
good
have.
stuff, yeah. And then the last
How can I
thing,
say I have taste?
the last thing that I think has style and flair that I want to talk about is Inscription. Yeah,
Yeah.
really great. Creepy pasta.
Yeah, creepypasta card game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it. Inscription got a lot of attention and hype toward it last year because it was just released as a PC game. When I heard it was coming to PS4 and 5, I instantly pre-ordered it because I was like, I've heard it's one of those games where like, and this is kind of the hard thing about talking about it. It's a game where the less you know, the better your experience is going to be.
Yeah.
But gosh, I just can't help but talk about some of it at least. It's a card game, and things are not what they seem, and it gets meta.
Oh, it gets so meta.
I like, you know what I appreciate about Inscription, because my biggest fear is that it was going to turn into horror, and it doesn't do that. It stays tense, and there is an air of creepiness and something unsettling about it. But there's never a part that's like, you know?
There's
and
no
that's
jump scare.
And I was like, especially when it's like, when you're watching the videos, I was always like, some fucked up shit's about to happen, and I fucking hate a jump scare. And it never did. And I was
it just
like,
gets your blood tense.
yes, it gets
Yeah.
your blood tense, it gets your heart rate up, but there's no, like,
It's a thriller.
it's a thriller, yeah.
I love thrillers.
And
You might have a lot of fun playing this game.
Don't like card games.
but see, here's the thing. I'm
don't tend
also
to
not a big fan of
either.
card games either.
Like,
But
I'm not a Yu-Gi-Oh deck builder, dude.
Mike. But I think
But this was really fun.
I think even if you don't like card games, I think the atmosphere and the story will be interesting enough to string you along.
Yeah.
You know? And then once things really get going,
Once
then
you start playing the game.
once things really get going, then it's just going to be like, okay, now I have to know how this ends.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, a lot of unexpected turns.
Worth $30 easily.
Worth the.
Wow.
I think we spent 20 on it.
Did we? I thought it was the same
Unless you
price as
spent
Stray.
More. No, I think it was cheaper than Stray.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a lot of fun.
I want to play
it's.
Stray.
I definitely put Inscription on like retrospectively on a list of like my favorite games of last year. But since I played this year, it's gonna go on my like end of the year like favorite thing I've done this year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very.
Very.
What else?
I showed you Pride and Prejudice,
Yeah, you
which
did.
you had never seen.
Yeah, I love me some good acting and great cinematography, great direction, great set design, great like everything about it was like really good, really well
Watch the
done.
movie again. It's
Yeah,
so good.
no, it's so good. That's it's an instant classic.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Pride and Prejudice? Oh my god, it's so
No.
beautiful.
Oh, you have to show it to you.
We gotta show it to you. Yeah,
It's really
it's
beautiful.
great for a rainy afternoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Really
shout
good for,
out
like-
Matthew McFadden, also Emmy winner
Winning his
now.
first Emmy, yeah.
Emmy winner Matthew McFadden for his role as Tom Wamskins in
Succession.
Wamskins
Wamskins.
in Succession, and also shout out Zendaya for her second Emmy
For Euphoria.
for Euphoria. My goodness, so many people to congratulate.
Shout out Amanda Seyfried for winning for The Dropout. That was like, I remember finishing that show and being like, I'm not super into the Emmys, but she at least deserves a nomination, if not the win.
Yeah.
She was
fantastic.
So good.
Yeah.
So
And
good.
then who from Abbott Elementary won?
What's her
I couldn't tell you off the top of
name?
my head. The oldest teacher in the school,
Is not the principal?
not the
No.
principal.
Oh.
No, the oldest
And then
teacher.
the
The oldest
writer-
teacher that the main character's friend like looks up. No, that the main character like looks up to. You know, and then
Michael Keaton won.
and
For
then
Dope's Sake, yeah.
for Dope's Sake, and then Quinta B won for best
Writing.
for writing.
Which
Which
led
is
to
great.
the only controversy of the night, which we don't really need to get into because it was silly.
Abbott Elementary is a great show. I've told Logan to watch it. He said he doesn't want
Quinta
to watch it because
Brunson.
he doesn't want to be reminded of certain school figures.
Administrators.
But I think you should still watch it
Okay.
because
I'll put it on a list.
even this person is better than the person you're thinking of. as terrible of a principal that she is.
Okay.
Beyonce came out with an album
Yeah.
while we were gone. It's been everywhere.
I gotta listen to that still. I listened to
You
like.
haven't listened to Renaissance yet?
No, I've listened to some songs, but not the whole thing all the way through.
I'm about halfway through.
Yeah.
It's worth it. I've definitely
long, right?
I've definitely played the whole thing
Thing.
out here
Yeah, probably.
several times.
Yeah.
Okay. I've probably heard it.
Yeah, great album. house is back. It's funky. It's fresh. We need to dance. You know, we've been trapped inside for so long.
Similar to Drake's new album.
Drake's
that's
doing.
fun.
Drake
Dancey.
did it. The Weeknd did it.
Yeah.
Well,
Gaga.
Dawn FM isn't exactly. It's more of a concept album.
Yeah, but like it's. I feel like the
Dance.
concept is that it's like it's like club music. Like you don't think so? You don't think that like Gasoline, like
It's very
the first,
cinematic.
the first 6 tracks, like Gasoline, How Do I Make You Love Me, Take My Breath, Sacrifice. Those are all like put this on in the nightclub and get boogie with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
You know.
I'll hand it that.
And like like Renaissance is like get boogie with it throughout the whole time. There's not really like the B-side. There's not like the ballad, you know? Like The Weeknd has like his ballady stuff on there. And maybe even like Drake has like some slower stuff that he wouldn't necessarily play in the club, but
Yeah.
there's a trend of like more dancey and house music coming back.
Hell yeah.
It's funky fresh. It's inspiring me a little bit.
I can't wait for your new music.
It's gonna be great.
For real. I've heard some of it and it's great. I don't know if I've heard all of it yet.
We should maybe just go through some last content we're consuming and then maybe get back to work on that album.
Yeah, let's do that. Starting with me,
We've talked about a lot, but
we've talked about
Anything
a lot.
else?
I mean, I've just
We talked about what we had consumed,
Yeah.
and what we like completely digested.
Yeah,
you know? But
I'm-
now it's
I'm-
like, what are we currently?
what are we working on?
I'm not
launching on.
done with Pinocchio yet. I started it and
Oh.
I didn't finish
I
it.
heard it was
Which
mid.
version?
It's mid, the new one with
Is
Tom
it like a
Hanks, Tim Honks, and it's a Family Guy reference. And
Oh, I'm the one that makes random references, though,
Tom
right?
Hanks and Cynthia Erivo and
Joseph
It
Gordon-Levitt.
seemed good.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Jiminy Cricket. Yeah, it's weird, but I'll finish it later. What else have I been watching? I caught up on Selena and Chef on HBO Max.
Nice.
Her finale is with Gordon Ramsay.
Oh,
Yeah, good one.
damn it, Selena! The pork is raw.
Yeah, essentially. And I don't really nothing really new that I gotta mention. Nothing really new.
Okay. Well, me and Logan and Mike have all been really enjoying the new Netflix original anime, Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Great show.
It is doing a much better job than the game ever could, will, and will do of setting up a very interesting world. The animation style is fucking sexy. I love it. I love it when animated violence turns me on.
Okay.
Metaphorically, obviously. We're watching Sandman. House of the Dragon is currently on. Quick shout out, I finished Barry season 3. Oh my fucking god, guys. Barry.
Yeah.
I can't speak enough good things about Barry. And I'm really into playing Splatoon 3 on my Switch right now.
Yeah, you have been playing that a lot.
It feels nice to be good at a shooter. Is it a kid's shooter? That's subjective.
Yeah. it is.
But shut up. I'm good at it, and I actually really enjoy it because I don't have to kill anyone. And I'm not good at aiming, but I am good at not coloring inside the lines, which is what this game is all about. Hooray. Logan, what are you consuming?
I have continued watching Hunter x Hunter, which is a great
Yes.
anime. Basically, so many things that Jeremy said because we're pretty much watching everything together.
'Cause we live together.
Because we live together. I watched Honor Society, which was fantastic. Gaten Matanzaro is awesome. I love that movie.
Gaten Matarazzo?
Matarazzo?
We're back.
I think it's
It's like-
Gaten Matarazzo.
It's
no?
like time has
It's
never
yeah,
passed.
it's like time has never passed. Let me check before I go
Gaten
for it. again.
Matarazzo, no?
Matarazzo, you're right. All right.
Matarazzo.
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 Gaten Matarazzo.
I loved Honor Society with Gaten Matarazzo. It was fantastic.
I'm seeing his full name.
Oh
John Matarazzo III.
wow, we got a third. Some music. I'm definitely not going to pronounce this artist's name right, so I'm sorry. You wanna go?
Oh boy, I don't want to try that either.
Toby Nwigwe.
Probably, actually.
Toby Nwigwe?
He released an album called Moments. There's a song with CeeLo Green on it called Catfish.
Oh, is that the one
Blackened
where
with
CeeLo's like
Grits.
rapping?
Yes.
Nice.
It's really good. That's a great song. That album is really fun. We listened to / watched the Inside Outtakes by Bo Burnham, which is fantastic.
Still haven't watched that.
It's very good. You must.
No, I've heard
Pete
much
and Baz, the UK drill rap duo, are back,
Might have
and
seen
they've
them on
dropped
TikTok.
some new songs, which have been very good.
I remembered something that I watched that I liked. Julia on HBO
Oh.
Max. It was
Nice. And then I've been listening to the couple of singles off Maya Hawke's new album, Sweet Tooth,
good. Amazing.
which has been really fun. I really enjoyed that. And I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077 again because the anime got me into the game, and I want to finish it finally.
Well, no.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
tell them what really happened.
So I created a list of games that I wanted to play in an effort to not buy new games, and I had Jeremy roll a dice to determine which one I was going to start with, and it landed on Cyberpunk after we had watched the anime, so it felt meant to
After
be.
Logan was like, Cyberpunk is not a good game.
Yeah,
well,
and then I started playing it again, and I was like, you know what? This is a little more fun than I remember.
There you go.
So I'm enjoying it now. Other than that, I am watching the new season of Dimension 20.
Classic.
Classic Logan.
Class.
It's like no time
Dropout
has passed.
TV. You should subscribe to it. It's amazing. I saw Adam Conover live when he did stand up. Adam Ruins Everything. It was very, very
I
funny.
had a friend that I saw on Instagram who also saw the same night
That
you
show?
did. And
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
awesome.
oh no, I wish I went. I would have seen.
All my friends.
Yeah, I
And
seen a
Adam.
bunch of people.
and
Adam.
I think. Oh, and we saw a fantastic play.
Yes, we did.
Called Stupid Fucking Bird.
Yep.
Done by Spoke House Productions, I
Yep,
believe.
That's right.
My friend Amanda Whiteley directed it, and it was an amazing show. And it's probably going to be closed by the time this podcast comes out. And if you missed it in Brooklyn at the Wandering Barman, then you missed out on a fantastic show. So.
Then you know what?
Great
You're a
experience.
stupid fucking bird.
You should have been following me and Jacob on Instagram. We posted about it. Duh.
Missed
Why
out.
are you
Sorry.
not following them or me or Black Wolves at Black Wolves Productions on Instagram?
There's more stuff coming, including final year 2 interviews, year 3 interviews, this podcast, a web series, some music videos. I mean, we are popping off.
That's right.
We're moving.
Working hard.
We're living a dream.
And we have much more to do today, so we have to depart.
Yeah,
That's
we're
right.
Gonna,
Sadly.
we're gonna go now.
We
Don't
gotta
forget to subscribe, like, comment, share.
Feels good to be
edit.
back.
If you make an edit of this episode, I will like it and comment on it.
Ooh.
Oh, I like
Little
that.
incentive.
Yeah. And yeah, if there was anything that happened since March
We'll catch up.
that you would want us to talk about, let us know down
Yeah.
below.
Have any
Tell us what you
questions
want us to
for
talk about.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna try and talk more about general topics rather than specific events. More like
Yeah.
our thoughts about the movie industry in general, rather than like this one specific thing that happened.
Discussions instead of news reports.
There we go.
That's right.
Yes,
Like all my favorite
a
podcasts.
discussion
do.
cast, if you will.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
talking
gosh,
about
gosh.
mustaches and tea. Crumpets.
Until then, thank you so much for watching the Black Wolves Packcast. I've been one of your hosts, Logan Riley Bruner.
I've been second of your hosts, Jeremy Maswars.
And I'm Jacob Wade.
And on behalf of all of us, I want to say thank you so much for continuing to support us in our little hiatus. We love you guys so much, and we are excited to be back.
Oh yeah.
We're back, baby! Black Wolves 100 years! BlackWolves.com, Black Wolves 100 years!
Black
Woo!
Wolves 100
Black
years!
Wolves
We watched the first episode of season 3 of Rick and Morty. It was
Oh my
really
god,
good!
so good! Go watch Rick and Morty. Oh my god, Black Wolves Productions, 1,000 years!
Ah!